On September 15, 2007, a small rural community near the town of Carancas, Peru, was jolted by a strange and terrifying event. In the early morning hours, a massive fireball streaked across the sky and crashed into a nearby field with a deafening boom. At first, the villagers were too afraid to approach the impact site, fearing that it might be some kind of natural disaster or supernatural event. But as the hours passed, curiosity got the better of them, and a group of brave souls ventured out to see what had happened. What they found was a shocking sight. A large crater about 30 meters wide and 6 meters deep had been gouged into the ground, surrounded by debris and scattered rocks. The air was thick with dust and a strange odor, and the ground was still hot to the touch. Despite the danger, people started gathering near the impact site, curious to see the aftermath of the cosmic event. But as the day went on, reports started coming in of strange symptoms affecting those who had been near the impact site. This is the Carancas meteorite sickness. The Carancas meteorite sickness mystery refers to a series of illnesses that occurred after a meteorite struck near the town of Carancas, Peru, on September 15, 2007. The meteorite, estimated to weigh about 400 kilograms, created a large crater and released a burst of heat and energy that was felt miles away. Within hours of the impact, dozens of people who had been near the impact site reported experiencing symptoms such as headache, nausea, vomiting, and skin irritation. Some also reported a metallic taste in their mouths and a strange odor in the air. Several animals in the area, including llamas and birds, were also reported to have died shortly after the impact. The local authorities rushed to the scene, and the area was quickly cordoned off to prevent further exposure. Scientists and medical teams were called in to investigate the strange symptoms, but the cause remained a mystery. However, this didn't stop people from speculating. Here are some theories surrounding the event. Number 1. Exposure to toxic chemicals. Some scientists initially suggested that the symptoms were caused by exposure to toxic chemicals released by the meteorite upon impact. However, subsequent tests showed that the levels of toxic chemicals were not high enough to cause such severe symptoms. Number 2. Radiation. Another theory was that the symptoms were caused by radiation released by the meteorite upon impact. However, subsequent measurements of radiation levels showed that they were not high enough to cause acute radiation sickness. Number 3. Shockwave. It was suggested that the shockwave from the impact could have caused the symptoms, such as the headaches and dizziness reported by some witnesses. However, this theory did not explain all of the reported symptoms, such as the metallic taste and skin irritation. Number 4. Dust and debris. The most widely accepted theory is that the symptoms were caused by exposure to dust and debris from the impact, which contained toxic substances such as arsenic and sulfur. The symptoms, such as the burning skin and respiratory distress, were consistent with exposure to such substances. These so far are fairly normal ones, but here are some that are not as widely believed. Number 1. Government cover-up. Some people have suggested that the government covered up the true cause of the illness to avoid panic or to protect national interests. However, there is no evidence to support this theory, and scientists from around the world were allowed to study the incident. Number 2. Extraterrestrial involvement. Some people have suggested that the meteorite was not a natural event, but rather an extraterrestrial object deliberately sent to Earth to harm people. However, there is no evidence to support this theory, and it is not consistent with what is known about meteorites and their origins. Number 3. Secret military experiment. Some people have suggested that the incident was the result of a secret military experiment, such as a new weapon or surveillance technology. However, there is no evidence to support this theory, and it is not consistent with what is known about the impact and its effects. Number 4. Hoax. Some people have suggested that the incident was a hoax or a staged event for publicity or profit. However, there is no evidence to support this theory, and it is not consistent with the accounts of the witnesses and the scientific investigations. So what do you think?
Are the stories real?
Thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe.